Valley Connection is brought to you by RPS Video Productions.
Welcome to this month's edition of the Valley Connection, where we bring you local information of what's happening throughout the Inland Empire. I'm Nancy Lopez.
And I'm Cesaria Hernandez. Thank you for joining us. Another great show we have lined up for you this month.
That's right, Cesaria. For all of you music lovers out there, it's that time of the year again for Idyllwild's Jazz in the Pines Festival. This year will be the 22nd annual event, which will be held on August 15th and 16th at the Idyllwild Arts Campus. You can enjoy continuous jazz and blues music, and we had a chance to attend this terrific event over the past years, and we would like to share some of the highlights with you for this annual celebration.
And Nancy, during this time of year, you can experience a lot of outdoor activities with family and friends. Throughout the Inland Empire, there is always so much going on. And one thing that you'll notice at some of these events are the food trucks. We had a chance to visit with several different food truck vendors and sample some of their delicious food. And Nancy, we also have a segment on local history.
We have so much more to share with you, so stay with us and experience some of the Inland Empire through the Valley Connection.
The Camelot, a magnificent place locals describe as a castle. Located in the beautiful San Jacinto Valley, holiday retirement. Experience living like royalty as a resident at the Camelot with independent retirement living. Enrich your life with a warm, inviting sense of community and nothing to worry about but deciding among a full calendar of social activities, outings, and special events to participate in. Or you just might want to sit back and join in on a weekly fireside chat with friends and staff. Enjoy delicious and nutritious food as a chef prepares 3 meals a day for you. Whether you want a studio, 1 or 2 bedroom suite, they all come with a kitchenette and a refrigerator. Individually controlled heating and air conditioning with each suite, along with weekly housekeeping and linen services. As you experience the beautiful interior with 6 atriums throughout the building, come and enjoy the unique grounds of the Camelot. Independent retirement living and pet-friendly, one of over 300 holiday retirement communities across North America. If you are that independent retiree and ready to simplify your life, we invite you to discover all that holiday retirement has to offer at the Camelot.
And welcome back. You know, Cesaria, Idyllwild always has a lot of events happening throughout the year in that beautiful community, but I have to say, this is my very favorite. And if you love music, you will love Jazz in the Pines. What a great way to get away for the weekend by heading up to the beautiful San Jacinto Mountains in the wonderful community of Idyllwild. Here you can do some shopping, eat some great food, relax, and listen to some incredible jazz music. We are here at the campus of the Idyllwild School of the Arts for their 20th anniversary Jazz in the Pines. Let's go check it out.
There are 3 different venues at this year's Jazz Festival. You have the open-air amphitheater where you can sit in the shade under billowing parachutes where you can listen to a variety of music. There is the barn where you hear the sounds often referred to as straight-ahead jazz. Then there is the French Quarter where you can enjoy dancing as you listen to good old blues and rock, a great fundraiser to support the arts and education. Now, back to Nancy.
I am here with Elena Kern, and Elena, you go way back with Jazz in the Pines.
Probably to about 1995 when we were patrons for the first time, and we would bring friends with us, and it was just a fabulous weekend with a dinner dance on Friday night and then 2 days of this fabulous music, Saturdays and Sundays.
And you've seen a lot of growth and changes over the years.
Seen a lot of growth and changes and more people, and it's just been phenomenal.
How important is this event to the arts and the community?
I think it's incredibly important to the arts and to the community and to Idyllwild Arts, and especially for the children and the up-and-coming musician. Marshall Hawkins is a teacher at Idyllwild Arts, and he started this entire jazz festival 20-some years ago, or 20 years ago, and this is the 20th anniversary. Marshall is a bass player, Marshall Hawkins and the Seahawks, and he's just an amazing, wonderful man. This was his dream, and this was his vision, and this is what we have now.
Well, you must be very happy to see today's event and all of the patrons and all of the excitement that's going on.
Absolutely, and I think that I heard somewhere around here a little while ago that we're completely sold out today. There are no more parking spaces, and we're sold out, which is just amazing and wonderful.
Thank you very much, Elena.
Welcome.
Amongst the beautiful pines and the sound of music, you'll be able to experience great food and artisans displaying their arts and crafts.
And with me now is very famous, especially in this community, is Marshall Hawkins. And this was kind of your vision years ago.
Yes, the Jazz Festival was a vision. 5 years prior to the festival's taking off, I mentioned to Bill Lohman, that who was the headmaster at the time, that I had an idea about bringing money to the school, raising money for the school, but by the same token to make aware how important the American heritage is, which is better known as jazz.
Now you have a little different approach to teaching jazz. Tell us about that.
Well, the approach is not exactly different. It's a passed down approach where it's hands-on. It's doing. You can't write books about this music. I mean, there are books written, and some of them work, some of them don't. But when it comes to playing this music, no one shoe fits all. And when it comes to teaching students, you must approach that student in his own arena. Find out what they enjoy. If you listen to them, they'll tell you what their needs are. You can supply it. If you can't, then you find another method. But it's so fun to listen to a student's heart and then nurture that heart.
And you have a lot of success stories.
True, I do. Evan Christopher is one of my first students. In fact, he is my first student, and he's, I would say, in the top 4 clarinet players in the world. I've never heard a clarinet played the way he plays the clarinet. Jason Jackson, trombone, his first call in New York, has been for many, many years. We lost one of our students who graduated the same year that Jason Jackson graduated, which was '89, and his name was Sam Karam, and he was absolutely one of my favorites, and we lost him to MS, but he was an unbelievable musician. So that's sort of the tip of the iceberg, and in the last 27 years, there's been many, 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 many students. Of course, Casey Abrams is the latest, of course. Yeah.
I know he contributes a lot of what he is today because of his training with you.
Well, there again is a good example of no one shoe fits all. Casey plays several instruments. It's just not the bass. And then, of course, I was one who knew that he sang, and even his parents didn't know. And he decided to take off and go for it. But he walked in my classroom with many different instruments. A sousaphone, if you can imagine that, and played it well. So what can I say? He came on as a freshman, and he was one of 4 bass players, and I needed a piano player. I said, Casey, will you consider playing piano for me? He did, and he ended up being probably one of my top piano players of the jazz curriculum at the Idyllwild Arts Academy.
This event today, it must be a real dream come true.
Well, it was a dream come true the first year. It was successful, which is rare. It's very rare that a jazz festival takes off in the first year. We sold out the first year. The rest is history.
such a great time up here today in the beautiful community of Idyllwild. And if you have never attended Jazz in the Pines, make sure to make plans for next year. Now as we close, we're going to listen to some more great jazz music.
Are you interested in promoting your business or service? Let our television program, The Valley Connection, work for you. With these uncertain economic times, let RPS Video Productions promote your business with a customized commercial or broadcast package that will be aired on The Valley Connection. To receive more information, contact Rob at rpsvideo.com. Now let's continue on with the show.
This is Rob Lindquist again. We're here at the San Jacinto River out east of Hemet near the Cranston Ranger Station. The bridge you see that we've just panned on is the new bridge. However, there's another one. There's an older bridge, and some of you have seen it, some of you may have not. This is a bridge that was built in 1923 by the same architect that designed the bridge at Lake Hodges in San Diego County. And that's what we're going to be talking about this morning. So here we are at that bridge that arched the flood in 1927, in that very cold February morning when the dam, auxiliary dam up at Lake Hemet, broke, failed, and a wall of water came down the San Jacinto River Canyon. David Mont Webster, he was the county road commissioner. It was his responsibility, this bridge, and what he wanted to do was, because of the high water flows that were coming under the bridge, he wanted to get some dynamite and actually plant the dynamite in and amongst the brush and tree debris that was blocking the bridge structure. It was not taking the water well. Meantime, the Bentons, who were neighbors here, the Bentons and Odells, they were working just east of the bridge trying to open up a pathway for the water to relieve the flow that was going under the bridge and try to save the bridge. They called to Mont, who was on the bridge on horseback with his pack horse, and his nephew, Lawrence Morris, was with him. And they called to Mont, and Lawrence said, "Come on, we need some help down here." Mont got back up on his horse, and as he mounted his horse, he was a little bit stiff. He couldn't jump off quick enough, and Lawrence looked down the canyon and said, "Mont, look at that." And what Lawrence saw was a wall of black material just rolling. You couldn't practically see the water. It was just rolling down like one big black tidal wave. And when it hit this structure, a sycamore tree snapped with like a shotgun. Mont's horse got scared and took off and started to run downstream. And as soon as it did, it fell in the water, took Mont down with it. Mont was still astride the horse as he went down in the stream flow, but was killed. His body was found near 7th Street about a week later in the debris. But John Benton, who was part of the road crew here, the same flows got him, took him down to a rocky island in the middle of the stream bed, and he found his way onto ground and was rescued, eventually rescued. But we lost Mont Webster, the road commissioner. 1927 was an amazing year. The auxiliary dam at Lake Hemet failed almost entirely. The water had gone from a level of 140 feet, which was way over the top of the dam, down to a final elevation of about 123.5 feet, which was literally took out everything that they'd built for an auxiliary dam to allow the newly lifted dam to hold the new water quantity that it needed. So down went the dam. The whole area from here to Paris was flooded. Big flows came down into a canyon lake in Elsinore. It was a major event, a major piece of our local history. You can find more information about our wonderful valley in the Hemet and San Jacinto books published by Arcadia Publishing.
Southern California Detail Specialist Yanez RV. Family owned and operated, servicing the RV industry with over 25 years of experience. Whether it's striping, detailing, painting, or bodywork, make your RV look like new again. Let Yanez RV remove your old decals and paint new stripes back on. Or go for a full body paint job. Have our professionals restore your RV to mint condition. If you need flooring repairs or removal or new flooring installation, take advantage of our flooring services. Protect it all from leaks by having your RV roof permasealed. Yanez RV provides a 10-year no-leak warranty with PermaSeal Roof Guard. It's 100% solid, flexible, and fire retardant. It also insulates and reduces heat. Yanez RV now offers structural and fiberglass repair along with technical services. Ask about our mobile unit for a wash and wax and detail services. Let our professional team at Yanez RV have your RV looking like new. 951-526-9089.
Welcome back. Now, Nancy, you and I, we are a bunch of foodies, and we do like to eat. And one of my favorite things to do is sample new food, and I got to do that at a bunch of different food trucks. Check it out. We here at the Valley Connection travel the world over to bring you the very best that Southern California has to offer. And this time, we didn't have to travel far at all. We're out here at the Southern California Fairgrounds in Paris for the Gourmet Food Truck event. I'm here with Keith Kahn. He is the president of IE Gourmet Food Trucks. And Keith, tell me just a little bit about what your organization does.
Sure. Well, again, our name of our company is IE Gourmet Food Trucks, and we are committed to bringing these gourmet food trucks out to the Inland Empire on a full-time basis.
Now, I understand that there's been some problems in doing that in years past. Back in the 80s, some laws went through. Let's touch base a little bit about that and how some of those things are being changed now.
Sure. Up until just 6 months ago, 56 out of 58 counties in California allowed the gourmet food trucks. The only two that didn't were San Bernardino County and Riverside County. But as you mentioned, in July of this year, San Bernardino County published new guidelines to allow food trucks to actually come in on a daily basis.
Oh, that is wonderful news for us here in the IE, that's for sure. Now then, tell me, what makes for a successful food truck?
Sure. Well, I think it really does start strictly with the food. A lot of these guys have chosen a certain cuisine, and the one thing they just have to know is that their food is as good as anybody that you'll find in any restaurant, in Southern California.
Now, what are some of the challenges that are facing food truckers out there?
Sure. Yeah, they face some of the same challenges some of the other companies do, some of the other really restaurants. Food costs, labor costs, and in their case, fuel costs and even permit costs.
Now then, I know that social media has had a lot to do with the resurgence of the food truck industry here.
It has really been huge. I mean, number one is the thing about the gourmet food trucks is they serve great food, but they've had to get their message out, and social media has been invaluable for them. Between Twitter, their Facebook pages, websites, it has really allowed the gourmet food truck industry not just to survive, but to thrive.
Where do you see the future of gourmet food trucks going?
Yeah, I think that in the next 3 to 5 years, we will see probably a leveling off of the amount of food trucks there are now, but some of these guys do such a great job with their food, with their creativity, with their menu, that I see the ones that continue to market themselves well, continue to reinvent themselves, and maintain their kind of their base of their menu. They're going to be here for the foreseeable future.
Well, Keith, we certainly thank you. And look at all of this great food. We are going to sample some of this and talk with some of the wonderful chefs out here. I'm here with Mac from Cool House. And Mac, tell me just a little bit about your gourmet ice cream sandwiches.
Well, we have a pretty simple process. We ask you to pick one cookie flavor out of a few, maybe half a dozen options that we have at a time, and one ice cream flavor out of maybe half a dozen or more ice cream flavors that we have at a time. And we build a sandwich. It's sort of like a house. You got like a cookie roof, a cookie slab. You got the walls and all of the rooms in the middle made of ice cream. This particular sandwich is made with chocolate chunks and pretzels, and the ice cream is what we call our dirty mint chip. We call it dirty because we use fresh mint leaves, so it's like It's like from the garden, some more natural flavor, and we don't use like mint extract or food coloring, so the ice cream is white instead of green, which shocks a lot of people. But personally, it's the best mint I've ever had, and a lot of people say the same.
Now, I understand you use a lot of natural ingredients, a lot of organic ingredients, right down to, and look at this, folks, right down to the wrappers that they use. I understand that these are actually edible.
That's right. They're made from potatoes, and if you hire us to do a catering event or something like that, we can print on them. The wrappers are made from potato starch, and we use a soy-based ink, so we can put your company logo or happy birthday Anita or whatever on there, sort of personalize your event.
Wow, how neat is that? Dewey is here from Tornado Potato, and I don't even have to ask why it's called Tornado Potato, but Dewey, tell me just a little bit about your product.
3 years before my boss decided to retire, he decided to put a potato on a stick and sold it.
Now tell me, what are some of the unique flavors that you have?
This one right here is garlic parmesan, and there's 7 other different types of flavoring, being Cajun, ranch, cheddar cheese, jalapeno, cinnamon, sugar, and sour cream and onion.
Fernie from Me So Hungry, these are amazing looking sliders. Can you tell me about them?
These are our Cali sliders, one of 3 sliders that we have on this truck. It is Angus beef, applewood bacon, gorgonzola spread with spring lettuce. We have our KTM, which is seasoned and marinated with the secret sauce that we can't give away because it's chef's special. It's his personal sauce. And we also have a Flying Hawaiian, which comes with bok choy and seasoned salt-peppered seasoned chicken.
If you'd like to experience gourmet food trucking for yourself, you can look for one of these events or go online. They're always on Twitter and Facebook giving their locations. We're going to be right back with more of the Valley Connection right after this.
I really like my golf bag skate. Now that I'm older, this 60-pound bag's pretty heavy. Now I can get it to the cart without any pain to my back or knees.
The reliable adjustable golf bag skate, powder-coated steel with durable wheels, is made in San Jacinto, California.
I love my golf bag skate. Since my bag is so heavy and I'm so little, it makes it hard for me to get it from the car to the cart. It allows me just to get out here and I'm ready to play.
Roll your heavy golf bag with ease. Visit our website at thegolfbagskate.com.
Hi and welcome back. I'm out here at Soboba for their powwow this year, and I am joined by Mr. Tom Phillips, who will be emceeing this event. And Tom, can you tell me, how many years have you been emceeing powwows now?
Oh, for this one, for the past 12 years, I've been announcing powwows for about 30, 35 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
For a long time. I started back in the 1970s, mid-70s, so been announcing for a long time.
Well, can you tell me just a tiny bit more about this event here?
Well, this event started as an effort to bring the cultures together, not only the plains culture, the powwow, but the bird dance of the desert, the high desert area and region of the Cahuilla and the Capino and Torres Martinez, some of the neighboring tribes, to bring our tribes together kind of in a cultural exchange. And the powwow came about as a part to bring many of the dance groups from out of the area to share in a cultural exchange. And powwows have always been a way that we preserve our traditions, our customs, and our dances, songs, dance, and ceremony. And we bring them together at certain times of the year to celebrate, maybe coming together at peacemaking and cultural sharing and traditional sharing. So it's a time we can all come together and just enjoy the being Indian, enjoy the celebration of life, and enjoy practicing our traditions. So that's the purpose and intent of the powwows and the bird dances, to bring our people together, to carry that custom and tradition to the next generation, to those younger children coming behind us, and so they can see what what the culture is about and experience it and feel it and taste it and smell it and see it and just be a part of it. So it's an opportunity for us as Indian people to share and to present our culture in a live forum for the children to enjoy. So it's primarily targeted for the next generation, the new generation, and it's also a way for us to revive and renew our cultural practice and to see old friends and to make new acquaintances and just enjoy ourselves.
I'm here with Larry and Charlene and their son Kiowa, and they are from Oklahoma, and they have come all the way out here to dance and drum. And let me ask the patriarch of this family, Larry, can you tell me how many powwows do you think you guys do a year?
Probably about 30 or more.
30 or more powwows. Oh my goodness, that's amazing, amazing. And let me ask you, Charlene, your regalia is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Is there a particular piece of it that has very, very special meaning to you?
My fan, because I want it for dancing, my ability to dance. I received this fan.
Oh, wow. Now, how long have you been in possession of the fan then?
About 3 years.
So, in other words, you sometimes take away awards from this. Is that correct?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Now, I see these little guys here. They are absolutely gorgeous. My goodness. Now, what kind of dancing will they be involved in?
Fancy dancing.
Fancy dancing. Okay, my goodness, look at them. Aren't they all a bunch of handsome guys? Handsome guys there. What's your favorite part of the powwows?
Dancing contests.
The dancing contest. I bet you win a lot of those, don't you?
Yeah.
Be sure to catch this year's powwow at Soboba on September 18th through the 20th.
As we close, we want to be sure to invite you once again up to beautiful Idyllwild and the Jazz in the Pine.
That's right, August 15th and 16th. It's a wonderful weekend. All kinds of music, food, arts and crafts. Don't miss it.
Yeah, and it's a lot cooler up there too, folks. A lot cooler. And be sure to check out our website. We are at www.thevalleyconnection.net. You can view this show or many of our previous shows.
That's right. Thank you so much for joining us. And please join us again for more of The Valley Connection.